I want to go to one of our friends, Jaco Booyens. He's an abolitionist. Right? You don't think there's any abolitionists anymore because slavery's over, right? No, not at all. Especially not at our border. He has dedicated his life to ending sex trafficking, particularly with children. Jaco Booyens. Jaco, how are you, brother?
Thank you so much for having me on. Always a joy.
As always. ShareTogetherNow.org. I want everyone to go there just right now. ShareTogetherNow.org. Let's start with Del Rio and Haitians. Is there anything fundamentally different when it comes to smuggling or sex trafficking when it comes to Haitians traveling across the border or El Salvadorians and any other part of the border? Is there anything uniquely different about this than other sex trafficking, smuggling operations?
Look, it's got its own elements, but in general, it's the same crisis. But we got to go a little bit back here. We got to go back to the Bill Clinton administration and understand what happened in Haiti back then with human trafficking under that administration, and understand that Haiti has a bitter pill with the United States. And our current president basically said, come all, you're welcome, and we can take everybody. And the Haitians said, well, this is payback time. So we have to roll the clock back and understand what happened with the Haiti earthquake under Bill Clinton, and now understand that they're looking at this as payback. And they 100% believe that the U.S. will now, they'll find restitution, they'll find a safe haven in the U.S., and they're going to flood this border. Like, we haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg yet. And now, of course, we see Haitians, being transported back to the border, taking a hold of a vehicle, basically fleeing into the country. So this is just the beginning, because we have a commander-in-chief that sent out the notion that the border is open and all are welcome and we can handle people. And so little history lesson here. They've been waiting. Haiti has been waiting for their day to get payback from the U.S., and here we are.
What and you got to jog my memory a bit. What did the Clintons do?
With the Haiti earthquake, we raised $4 billion in the United States for Haiti. Very little was done by the Red Cross at that time in Haiti. 2,500 children went missing. And if you go to Haiti, I've had 29 trips to that island. 29. If you go to Haiti in general and you talk to the orphanages, there's a bitter pill from the 2,500 children that went missing during that time. Now, why did they go missing? They absolutely did. We know many of them went into sex trafficking. And so Haitians have been waiting for this moment to say, when will the U.S. finally step in and help us? And then our commander-in-chief basically said, now's the time. Not just for Haiti, but over 100 nations around the world are now sending people across our border. And so it's no surprise that Haitians are saying, it's our turn. It's our turn to be helped by the United States.
That's so interesting. So, all right, so I want to make sure I get this right, Jaco, because obviously I've never heard this anywhere. So you're telling me, earthquake 2010, right?
Yep.
Clinton Foundation is, and et cetera, saying, we're gonna help you, we're gonna come in, we raised all this money, isn't it great? Didn't do anything, / made things worse, and life wasn't improved. So you're saying there's like a bitterness from the Haitian people. Again, so the mentality is, you owe us, America, you owe us now. Now we can finally get what you promised us 10 years ago.
There is no question.
Wow.
And again, 29 trips to the island. They look across the border to the Dominican Republic. They see business flourishing, business flowing, even under President Trump. We saw OPEC at the time. Now President Biden changed the name. We saw, Office of Private Investment Corporation going in and saying, we're going to work with the Dominicans. We're going to build commerce. And they're looking across the border going, there's food, we're starving. There's commerce, we're starving. And they've had this bitter pill in their pocket. I'm talking about the moms and the dads on the street. We're not talking about just politicians. We're talking about people in the community that know what happened in 2010. When in 2010, the U.S. under Bill Clinton promised that they would come in and help Haiti with the Red Cross. And hardly a single Red Cross tent was ever put up in Haiti. $4 billion was raised, and the children went missing. They're saying payback time right now.
That's okay. So I got two questions. First, what do you mean children went missing? Second of all, you've been there 29 times. What kind of conversations are you having with people that have led you to this conclusion?
The reason we went onto the island, and it's one island, Dominican Republic and Haiti, was to rescue children. So over 400 children rescued, 40 brothels shut down. That's what we do. We rescue children. We help to defend families and children. So our conversations are always around children. We're talking with parents, and they go, you know what happened in 2010? 2,500 children went missing. Where did they go? They were trafficked. Some of the orphanages, and people said they would come help us. We have no trace and record where these children went. Some people from the U.S. came and took the kids. We don't know where they went. And many of the situations, it was not people from the U.S. who came and took the kids. Traffickers came in because traffickers go wherever there's migration. Like wherever humans migrate, sex trafficking goes through the roof because they understand there's dysfunction, there's disunity, it's lawlessness. Look at our border. Pedophiles are flooding the border, both sides of the border. And so now Haitians are going to be, unfortunately, the child of choice because they know the Haitian kid will literally abandon ship away from home, nobody here, no refuge, because the president of the United States said we can keep every child safe that crosses this border. We can't keep our own foster children safe in this country. This is a debacle. We will reap from this for the next 10 years.
Wow, that was deep and insightful. I want more of that. Like,
Subscribe. Get more.